Remarkably, a bunch of young, healthy people in Hollywood started experiencing things like face paralysis and brain.
Remarkably, a bunch of young, healthy people in Hollywood start experiencing things like face paralysis and brain clots. With the Hollywood agenda in full swing, many unspeakable things have occurred on live television, but not many can speak out against it due to the fear of being canceled. But it seems Samuel Jackson is one of the few that has stood up against the scheme that exerts pressure to censor many such instances. It looks like the higher-ups are afraid of the truth being exposed. Let's delve into the inner workings of the industry that will surely leave you speechless. Samuel Jackson, one of the powerhouses of Hollywood, has recently highlighted the rising numbers of cancer in men. Jackson has alluded that actors and celebrities must take care of their health as this silent disease can go easily unnoticed. It's pretty alarming that the speed at this disease has allegedly been becoming as common as the flu in elite social circles and making men aware of what they need to do to protect themselves or to at least get early detection so that they can be treated. Quote, I have friends who have passed away. I have had friends who have had scares. I have had friends who have scat and rad crad early detection and got treated, and now they're clear, having risen to fame in films like Goodfellas and Jurassic Park. Jackson has fronted health campaigns such as cancer charity W for the Boys back in 2015. Together with the charity, the actor hoped to conquer problems with men's health. Quote, when it comes to men, we literally letting ourselves die. I play golf with guys who have skin cancer, but they didn't tell me until I saw them on the golf course with a Band-Aid on their face. Samuel himself faced a health scare a few years back as he drastically started losing weight, but the star soon put rumors to bed in an interview saying, quote, because I was losing weight, people thought I was dying. They feared I had cancer, but I was just on a hardcore vegan regime. My doctor said it was my greatest chance of staying alive, and it worked. I lost weight, lowered my blood pressure, lowered my cholesterol levels, and my body mass index. Think about it. It's a pretty commonly held opinion that taking a COVID-19 vaccine will save your life. However, others believe that the mainstream media has repeatedly censored that truth, that different people react differently to these vaccines. G Memorial vaccinated its first group of frontline workers a little over 15 minutes receiving the shot. One nurse took questions from reporters and then fainted. Now that right-wing and left-wing media are controlling different media outlets, the news regarding the so-called media rise in the number of strokes in healthy people has been censored on left-wing media and overly talked about on right-wing media. Polly Pett opened up about suffering a massive health scare in a social media post. She revealed, it's 92 1 year ago. I had a massive stroke before that. I lost so many beloved family and friends and daddy, and then cousin Wayne, yet still a survivor after this traumatic life I've been given so far, and still so grateful, still so full of faith, and still here. It's September 2 and it's the 1 year anniversary since I had a stroke, and I'm still here. Some are also blaming the vaccine on another television star, Bronny James, who is a freshman strangely suffering a cardiac arrest while he was playing basketball. Bronny James, the son of NBA star LeBron James, is in the hospital after suffering cardiac arrest. It happened yesterday during practice at USC. Thankfully, he survived the otherwise lethal issue. It is quite strange for a healthy teenager to get attacked without any prior symptoms. James's family revealed that the medical team got to their son in time. LeBron and Savannah wished to publicly send their deepest thanks and appreciation to the USC medical and athletic staff for their incredible work and dedication to the safety of their athletes. You might be shocked to know that it was the second time in this year the USC medical staff has responded to a men's basketball player suffering cardiac arrest during practice. Center Vince Ayaku collapsed also at a practice last summer and was revived by USC athletic trainers. He made a full recovery and returned to the basketball court 6 months later. In a similar case, Buffalo Bill safety Damar Hamlin suffered a cardiac arrest after making a tackle during a game, causing the NFL to suspend a pivotal game against the Cincinnati Bengals that quickly lost significance in the aftermath of a scary scene that unfolded in front of a national television audience. Another Bills player is down. Tell exactly who that is. Maybe Hamlin. Not just in sports, mysterious cases have been popping up in the entertainment industry as well. Tori Kelly, the famous songwriter, was reportedly in the hospital after collapsing out of nowhere. TMZ reported that the Nobody Loves singer fainted after her heartbeat quickened while out with friends in downtown Los Angeles. Kelly's friends then transported her to Cedar Sinai Medical Center for treatment, where doctors found blood clots around her lungs and legs. Just like all these cases, Kelly's condition was really serious, as Kelly had been in and out of consciousness. I actually ended up collapsing one night, and they found out that I had blood clots, and it was really crazy and scary. Conspiracy theorists believe that they might be an aftermath of the co-jabs. People just get furious about it, and they're furious if anybody talks about any negative side effect. Even if it's accurate, Candace Owens also hinted at an experimental drug being forced into people's bodies. It was very weird for me when conservatives and liberals alike were suddenly in lockstep, you encouraging people to get an experimental vaccine. It just seemed very strange to me. She alluded that since the jabs were not properly tested, as she said, people suffered from irredeemable consequences due to it. You're not going to get your health back if it deteriorates, if you get some lifelong illness. So it's interesting to me that money compelled people to do things that they were uncomfortable with. Again, in her opinion, Candice claimed that many of these mysterious occurrences have been the result of the jabs. Remarkably, a bunch of young, healthy people in Hollywood start experiencing things like face paralysis and brain clots. For those who don't remember, just last year, Justin Bieber revealed he had been struck by a virus that caused half of his face to be temporarily paralyzed. The Canadian superstar was forced to cancel dates in North America. Quote, as you can probably see from my face, I have this syndrome called Ramsay-Hunt, and it is from this virus that attacks the nerve in my ear and my facial nerves and has caused my face to have paralysis. As you can see, this eye is not blinking. I can't smile on this side of my face. It's pretty serious. I wish this wasn't the case, but obviously my body's telling me I got to slow down. Justin Bieber, whose face just magically went paralyzed, and he was as on tour, which would signal to me that he definitively got the COVID-19 shot. But again, lightning struck twice in the Bieber households, because his wife was then also impacted with a droopy face and a blood clot in her brain. Hailey opened up about what she called the scariest moment of her life. It came after she shocked fans by revealing that she had suffered a mini stroke. Bieber recalled experiencing numbness in her fingers and a shooting pain that migrated down her arm one morning while having breakfast with her husband. I couldn't speak. The right side of my face started drooping. I couldn't get a sentence out. I had so many things running through my head. Number one, being I'm having a stroke. I'm really scared. I don't know why this is happening. Am I going to have permanent issues from this? Fortunately for her, Bieber was able to get rushed to the hospital, where she underwent a series of tests that confirmed she was not having a full-on stroke, but suffering from a small blood clot in and her brain, known as a transient ischemic attack, which is commonly referred to as a mini stroke. Quote, it definitely feels like having a stroke, except my body was able to resolve it pretty quickly, and then I didn't have any more issues for the whole rest of the day and the whole rest of the time that I was in the hospital. Although these types of occurrences are not rare, the data shows that they have skyrocketed after the pandemic. We normalizing people that are in their 20s thinking that they're having strokes, having face paralysis. Is that normal? Now we doing that, as well as young kids having heart attacks. So another disheartening incident that took place was when the renowned actor Jamie Foxx had to be hospitalized for unknown reasons. It looks like our favorite celebrity suffered from stroke-like symptoms, but nothing more has been released to the media. The cause, damage, and other details are still unknown. Jamie Foxx suffered a very serious medical emergency that landed him in the hospital. Even without the specifics, the rumors state that the emergency was severe. According to reports, Jamie was in Atlanta, where he was filming his new film Back in Action with Cameron Diaz. His medical condition was so bad that family members flew from overseas to be with Jamie. It was bad enough that family members from outside of Atlanta, there were some in Atlanta, but family members from outside flew in. TMZ sources explained that the doctors have decided to keep the actor at the hospital while they run tests and determine what exactly happened to him. However, there are online rumors that indicate Fox suffered a stroke. It has not been confirmed by doctors or the family, but we can all tell this is extremely serious. Additionally, Hollywood journalist Ajay Benza claimed that Fox has been left paralyzed and blind after taking the COVID vaccine while appearing on an episode of the Dr. Drew online show. Benza revealed that James has been allegedly suffering from several health complications, quoting his source as,